Right.
You're an ocean with an angry heart overflowing till it all goes dark. You keep trying to hide the scars, but I don't need you anymore. That's the best part. In between love and obsession, caught in the wreckage. Let me be.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome to today's live stream. Today we actually came live in the afternoon. So yeah, that's a little odd, but yeah, I thought it was Sunday, so why not? Let's do some building. Social Holic is there. Hi, bro. Hi, how are you doing? How's your weekend going, buddy? How are you doing? All right, we have a lot of things lined up for today as well, guys. I hope I am audible and everything is working properly. Uh, the mic down a little so you can hear me more clearly. Just looks good. Hi, Socialholic. What's happening, buddy? How are you doing? We are continuing our quest to stream or to vibe code till we make $1 million. And today the focus is to continue building on Synclify because we have made quite a lot of progress offline and on the last stream. And also, we are going to look at a lot of other things as well, which I thought otherwise I'll not get a chance to read or understand, but I have prepared quite a lot around it. Just to give you an idea, we are going to learn a lot of AI terminologies today, and I have actually made a bank of all these terms. And if you'll see and stick here, we will learn all of this together today. I have made very nice example explaining it, all the details around all these terms. So this is something that I have prepared. I hope you'll be excited to learn more on these things because I am definitely excited to explain you guys around these. Doing good. Great to see you, man. Great to see you here again. What's you been up to? You building something over the weekend or just relaxing this one out? So yeah, we have a lot of terms to learn. We have context window, we have hallucination, we have RAG, mixed of experts, quantization, temperature, all these terminologies which you hear every single day about machine learning, AI, LLMs, all of these terms. We are going to actually try to learn them one by one as much as today possible because a lot of times people just mention these terms in their posts, in their content, and of course, while you're talking to someone and you feel lost. So I don't want that to happen with any of the people who come here. I want you guys to actually see this, learn from it, and then we will basically be, smart enough to understand all of that. So that's the focus. If you'll see, we have created all these diagrams and stuff as well, so it can be explained even in better way. So slowly and steadily, as we stream over time, we'll catch up on these terms. It's not like we are going to cover all of them in one stream, but that's the focus. Apart from that, our Synclify is constantly running. We had fixed about 1,300 issues offline, and now only 82, final 82 are remaining. So I'm just working on fixing them as well. So once those are also fixed, then we can actually move on to another task that we have at hand. But a lot of things happened yesterday. We did not get a chance to stream, but I don't know if you guys followed. Anthropic announced Fable to come permanently in their plan for max subscription. And I actually predicted this. I told you guys the other day, Anthropic is going to do that. It's going to allow you to have Fable within the subscription. So that actually happened. The usage is still 50%, but for today, they mentioned the usage is double what we had. So, in fact, that's what we are going to do. We are going to use a lot of Fable as well on today's stream because right now I have about 50% of Fable available. And I think that's a great, usage that we have left. So why not use it and then see basically what we can build with Fable. I think we can work on our jewelry startup with Fable because that can be, I think, a good idea to begin with. Rest of the things are already quite there. Like, we have built our WM website, Synclify is currently running, Pulse is all done. So why not we can use it to build on our SaaS for jewelers that we are working, right? So that will be our focus. If you guys are unaware, what are we currently working on? Let me show it to you guys. We are currently working on this website. This website is basically about managing your Instagram in a better way. So it basically syncs your whole Instagram properly with everything: your AI work, your content work, your engagement, your understanding of your competitors, your DM automation, all of these things. So the website is currently live. You can check it out. You can log in, work on it, and tell me what you think about it. But currently, we are working on improving this, all of this, like which is after once you log in, the model of it. So that's what we are working on. Let me show you how it currently looks, so you have a reference point. Was is asking in the chat, why no use free model? Was which one are you talking about? By when you say free, are you talking about Gemini or any particular model, or are you talking about open source model like GLM or Kimiki or all of that? If you can mention a little bit, maybe I can tell you like why we are not using it particularly. Yeah, as you guys can see, this is the current scenario, and our focus is to improve each of these pages. It doesn't look bad as of now, but it doesn't look too good also. So that's what my thoughts are. So I thought, why not improve this to an extent that anybody can use it in a much better way. So that's what we are going to work on. All right. So this is something that we are doing, just to let you know. And of course, in the meanwhile, we'll learn about a lot of AI terminologies. We'll also see what's happening in the domain of AI. We'll learn from it, and then we'll see. We're saying GLM 5.2. So GLM 5.2 is a great model, no doubt around it. I think it was somewhere of the level of, if I will put it, Sonnet 5. Yes, I think Sonnet 5 is somewhere equivalent to GLM 5.2. I don't use it personally first because locally I cannot run it. I don't have the computation power to run GLM 5.2 locally because it requires huge amount of RAM. Recently, I heard someone built a repository in which if you have 25 GB of memory, like 25 GB of RAM, you can run GLM 5.2 locally. But having said that, even if you'll run it locally, it will be very, very slow. It will be hard to be like 2 tokens per second or 5 tokens per second. While currently I'm using Fable and Opus, which is giving me over 60 tokens per second, and the intelligence that I'm getting is way ahead of GLM. So that's why I'm not using free models as of now. Maybe with time, Kimi K3 is one option that I'm exploring, for which I'll be taking my decision very very soon, maybe in another 2 3 days, because I think it's a great model and it's cheaper also. But the issue with Kimi K3 is it's very slow. It's 3.3 times slower than Fable right now. So if that is the case, it's also 3.3 times cheaper than Fable. That is also the case. But since it's very, very slow, I don't think I can do a lot of work with it at the speed with which I want to work. Right. So if you understand that, that's why I'm not using GLM or any other free model. All right. What should be okay? Let me put Fable here, guys. Because we are getting into planning again, let's use Fable instead of Opus. Right. Why am I typing? What should be our next step? If you think our landing site is completely built end to end with a lot of detailing, with a lot of motions, graphics, UI, with everything that we are going to build in this platform, if our landing site is completely done, then we move on to the next step. Otherwise, verify the landing site, add more content if needed, add proper content if needed with all the features that we have had so far, and then let me know. All right. So this is starting on Fable 5 medium reasoning. Over here, we are working on Opus to fix the bugs that we had. So both our AI agents are running parallelly, right? So this is good, going good for us. In the meanwhile, if you guys don't mind, I'll just quickly put up a Instagram story. Uh, if you guys haven't not checked out our other social media links, we do post a lot of content there also. So if you'd like, you can check it out definitely. It's in the description. It will also pop up in the chat if you'll ask exclamation Instamark or exclamation X or anything. So we have all the provisions. Just give me a minute, guys. Yeah, this is running. Stream link. it on my Instagram. Sunday streams, the stream, and link. Hope you guys don't mind me doing this because I'm just trying to build this community, have more people over here, and of course, then we can discuss more in detail. Right? The story is live. So this is good. Get back here. Yes. First is asking GLM 5.2 use Olama Claude model price to 2000 months. I buy. Just give me a second. I'm getting a call, guys. Please give me a second. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I got a call from home. Yes, no worries. So Words is asking GLM 5.2 use Olama Claude model prices 2000 months. I buy or not buy. And what about Minimax 3? I use this very good model. Yeah. So basically, Words, I would say all of these models that you're mentioning, be it GLM 5.2 Minimax, all of them are decent. They are good level intelligence. They are definitely not bad. One thing I would say. But as you get used to more further intelligence model like Fable, GPT 5.6, or even Kimi K3, then you will see the difference between these models like GLM 5.2 or Minimax and the Claude or anyone. For me personally, I actually saw that difference once I started using it, and then there was no going back. Secondly, at the moment, my budget definitely allows me to, spend $200 a month for sure. Maybe with time, if I feel my budgets don't allow me, or I need to switch the model, or some better intelligence is coming with open source model, which will be the case very soon, right? Then we will switch to that. But if you think right now your budget does not allow you to use these frontier level models, be it GPT 5.6 or Claude or Kimi K3, then yes, Minimax or even GLM 5.2 are great options. Stick to them, work with them, because they are definitely not bad. It's just you're getting better and better intelligence, and it's like the world's principle, you get better when you pay more. So that's what I'm trying to do. We'll figure out with time if my budget won't allow, or I feel a need and feel the need to switch, then we'll switch. So that is what our focus is with, you can say, these models right now. Cool. But yeah, as I said, you can use GLM 5.2. You can even get Gemini Pro subscription for free if you'd like. I explained the other day, I've put a short as well, that how anybody can get free subscription for Gemini Pro using Geo. So yeah, you can do that if you'd like. But otherwise, I would suggest you to, if you can afford, use the most frontier intelligence, because long term perspective, that's a better idea, right? All right, moving on. Thank you, sir. What are you doing? Sure, let me explain you a little. We have been building a few things in the last few days. One of the things that we built is this website, which is a content marketing website, content marketing agency website for my own company that I run for the last 6, 7 years. And as you can see, this is the new website that we have. Here, all the detailing, everything that you see is something that we built using Fable, and of course, a lot of different things. I did a lot of animations and stuff. So this is one website that we built. The other website that we have is called Pulse. Pulse is your company brain. Basically, it has everything. Let's say if you are in an organization or you run an organization, so you must be using multiple tools. You have multiple people. You have multiple AI tools that you're using. So it contains context and information from each of those tools. So anyone can have the up-to-date context, be it your new hire, previous hire. They know what decisions and commitments were made. Everybody knows what they need to do. Manager or team leaders know what their team is working on. So this is another tool that we have built. If you'd like to check, you can go to pulsehq.tech, and the first video, just a little bit scroll, you will watch the demo video. And if you'll see over here, you will get a
Everything
whole
your company
video,
knows is
which is a 2-minute video where you'll be explained by everything. And this video also we built completely with AI. Just to tell. Are you IT engineer? Yes. By profession, I am an engineer. I am a machine learning engineer by profession. But in the last 6 years, I've been running a marketing company. So a little bit of change in work that I've been doing for the last few years. But at the end of the day, yes, by the core, I have been an engineer. So that's why I understand these things very easily, and that's why I'm able to build these. But I think now being an engineer is not the requirement, right? Let's say if you want to build a product or if you are looking to build a product, being an engineer does not even matter. Being smart matters. You are not going to learn different syntaxes, different API calling, and all of that, and are going to code. You are using English as the plain language to do any sort of coding. Right? So if you are doing that, you actually don't need engineering degree. All you need is understanding of how things work. For example, what APIs are, what functions are, how to debug, how to create features, what is front end, what is back end, how to integrate database. So you should know these kind of things instead of knowing about 100 different, right? You don't need any syntax, you don't need to know about much of tools. All you need is one tool. Make it understand you everything that you're working. So I think advantage of being an engineer is there, but to not to that extent that you think of. If you are a smart person, if you're a hardworking person, smart working person, then I think anybody can do these things and anybody can figure out now what they need to do. So I think that is the biggest change in the world that I've seen with coding, particularly, that even if I'm an engineer or not, it does not matter a lot. Of course, I have an edge over the people who don't know about technology or coding and stuff, but to a very small extent. All right. Yeah. So this is another tool, and currently we are working on this tool. It's called Synclify.ai, which is a Instagram management tool where you can manage your content, collaborations, and you means your agency, your as a brand, as a marketeer, as a creator. Anyone can use this. So this is another platform that the one workplace whether you create, sponsor, or manage. So you can actually. So this is what we have built. Yeah. All right. So yeah, moving on. Yeah, this running. Let's see what it suggested us over here. It wasn't complete, and now it is. The gap was product was reserving homepage sections. Several of our strongest features zero mark. That's fixed. True deep dive, 8 unique sections. Superb. So we have all of this evidence. The review to pass the marketing sauna cover every feature we have built, and honesty reviews what's coming. Uh, my call on the next step. The site is done enough to stop polishing, and the highest value move now is once we defer twice, provision super base, so I can wire real oath and stuff. And okay, cool. So it's asking us to basically integrate our database. We are going to do it because I can't show you the database integration on stream. I'll do it offline. So what we'll do is we'll move past it and we'll ask it to do the next step. So apart from database integration, which we'll do in a few hours, what can we do next to build this product end to end? Think thoroughly and then let me know. I want to finish everything except data integration. Also, I think we need to decide what kind of AI model are we going to use for tagging, clicking pictures, and all of that. But I think Claude can do that. Let's do this later. I don't think we need it now. We might need to add some graphics on the uh, you know, website. That will do later. But I'll show you guys. I think if it's live, yeah, it's live. Let me show you guys what we are building so you get a better idea, visual idea. So this is a jeweler SaaS for jewelers. If you'll see over here, if you'll come, like it's still not hosted, of course, but we are building a SaaS for jewelers where basically they can photograph any tray, it can get tagged and all of that based on their website and stuff, and you can get actual price of it. Right? So this is how it currently looks, and we are working on improving it, adding a lot of features to it. But this is something that we are working on. Right? So we have this first capture, the counter today best design live and inside one phone gallery. Your counter is your studio that trays your form. It knows a jhumka from a chandbali and admit it when it doesn't. Right? Then we counter photo in campaign, photo out. Then we basically compute the price of it. A link goes out, names and number come back. So this is how what we are building. This is a SaaS for jewelers. It's different from what is there in the market, which is primarily around CRM and everything. So I wanted to not do that because that is already an existing solution and want to do something much better. So that's why we are building that. So, all right, moving on. Yeah, so this came back with a response. Product substance, the pricing engine, absolutely. I think we should start working with them. And then we have plumbing, DB, that makes DB trivial. And then we have polish and identity. Okay, so let's start with tier one. All right, so let's start with tier one and finish it end to end 100%. Make sure no feature, API, function, or anything is left incomplete or in between. Everything should be done properly, right? So, yeah, then basically we are working now on this. This will run parallelly. I think this is also running, so we are good here also. We are just closing those 70 plus issues that are left. And I think on today's stream, will be done with them. So 68 now. I one very weird glitch I'm having in this session. I don't want to shift my session so that I don't lose on any context or something. But one very weird thing that is happening right now with my Claude code is even if I'm asking not to stop and fix all 68 issues at once, it's stopping again and again after every 4 5 issues. I don't know why that is happening. I would love to figure it out. The only reason I'm not doing it is because I don't want to disturb the pace and the context of it. But that is one issue that I'm facing today. So let's see how eventually we'll improve on. Added password is 1234. I didn't get you, Worf. Like, what are you saying? Which password is 1234? Where are you talking password is 1234? Here we have not built it ahead as of now. Like, oh, this is like, anyways, you can't access it. And over here, I don't know what you're saying. Can you tell me where exactly are you mentioning? Which password? All right. Yeah. In the meanwhile, let's look at what's going on around in and around the world because that's another thing that we do and that we absolutely love to keep doing. Just gives us a sense of what exactly is happening around the world, even on a Sunday. I'm guessing. Wow. Another model announcement. Quen 3.8, a massive 2.8 trillion parameter model, and it's going to be open weight. It is one of the most powerful model available today, compatible to leading frontier models, second only to Fable. So as per them, they are saying they are even better than GPT 5.6 and Kimi K3. The only model which is basically beyond them is Fable 5, and we are currently using Fable 5. So that's something for sure. I totally agree. Like, that's a great thing, to be honest. All right. Here I can see. Okay. Now after doing this, 37 dB integration 30. Need a provision test database. Okay. Risky blind factors of the large critical files. Need running app to verify. Need heavy. Can we finish these 67 other items as well? Let me know what do you require from me, and I can provide you that, and then basically we finish that. All right, so it's running on that. In the meanwhile, let's see. Zad says, "Hey G, what type of app are you building?" All right, Zad, let me just show you what exactly are we doing. So we are building this platform, which is called Synclify.ai. It's an Instagram management tool where you can manage your complete Instagram, right from your inbox to your content to your collaborations to your AI content management, invoicing, everything. So if you are a creator, you run a brand, or you run an agency, you can manage your multiple clients. So all of your Instagram management finally synced at one place. You can add your team members, you can add your agency to it, and all of that. So this is the first platform that you are building. uh, and the second one we are currently working on is a SaaS for jewelers, where they can click a picture of their tray. For example, a jeweler usually has these trays where they have a lot of products. They can just click it, and they can send it to their customers with all the detailing of those pieces and stuff, so making their work easy. So these are the two things that we are currently working on. Apart from that, we have built this website. This is a content marketing website for my own company that I run. So if you can see all of this, you know, it is something that we have done recently. And apart from that, there is another tool that we have built, which is a company brain. You can go to this website and you can check it out here. Cool, thank you. Did you use anti-gravity with Docker MCP, right? No, I do not use Docker as of now. We are currently deploying everything on Varsal, and we are using anti-gravity with uh, Cloud Code extension. So this is a Cloud Code extension that we are using with anti-gravity, and of course, the like I think because I really like how the whole UI is. I can read what's happening with my code. I can make changes accordingly. So I genuinely enjoy working with Integravity and Cloud Code, and deployment and everything is happening currently on Vercel. Cool. So both these codes are running. We have a SaaS code and this also. This is trying to figure out what exactly we need to do, and then accordingly we'll do it further. Yeah, but regardless of this, so you see, we have a lot of deferred issues as well. So in total, we had about 1,859 issues, which I started solving around a week or so back. Since then, we have 1,400 already closed in a week. We have few that we removed, so we thought we don't need it. We didn't need it. It was just overkill. And now we have 355 deferred ones, which we are currently working on. The other thing for the Claude Code part, did you use OmniRoute? If you're familiar with it, it's like an open source local model. If I am not wrong, I have heard of it, OmniRoute, but let me just quickly check. Yes, it's a free AI gateway provider. Yes, yes, yes. So it's a provider to, if I'm not wrong, which are the providers? They don't have Claude, right? On this open router. Yeah, I need my keys and stuff to use it. Then launch the API dashboard, come up together on port 20. Connect a free provider, open the pick from 90 plus free, sign in, no credit card, no pay. Point your ID, set your tools base URL and your dashboard key. Every model is now one endpoint. How does this work? If you can tell us that. Thanks, man. Thank you, man. I hope you're building something crazy as well. And I genuinely appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your kind words. Uh, though we are not using OmniRoute, we are just using Cloud Code extension. Let me just show you. So this is the Cloud Code extension. So we can, spawn new sessions and basically work on them. But yeah, if you can tell us, it's like unlimited use for many LLMs. But I think they must not be having right, like something around uh, Claude, right? Maybe like Claude. Oh, I just heard what this is. I remember. I remember. Yes, I remember. Yes. Basically, Omni Route was something which recently came into the picture, which is like this free AI coding tool where it will route your query to the free available model, right? Let's say, for example, if I'm just using Cloud Code and I run out of my plans, or if I don't have a plan, it will make me feel like I'm using Cloud Code, but it will actually route it in the backend to some other LLM. That's what Omni Route was, right? I remember now. I think I heard it. Yes, you're right. Exactly. So yeah, I remember that's how it was working, and that's what they did. But I think again, the issue with such kind of models is that you don't get the frontier intelligence. And if I want to build something of this quality, as you can see over here, I need that frontier intelligence. I cannot rely on open source models as of now. Eventually, maybe, but as of now, I feel I still need something better. I'm building an Instagram meta app like a ManyChat alternative. Did you hear about ManyChat? I'm building its alternative. Yeah, buddy. So actually, I'm sorry to say this, but we actually have that feature inside Synclify as well, which is around ManyChat. I'll actually show it to you. Just give me and let me log in. Yeah, I'll show it to you. We actually also have that feature inside the Synclify app, which is called automations, where you can actually do your DM automation. As you can see over here, you have your post automation, you have your rules, comments, messages, everything, and your brain as well. So this is something that we have built as well. But of course, there is always a scope of improvement. If you have a better idea, if you think you can make it even more smarter, I would say do not stop yourself by looking at the competition. Keep going, because you never know what you come up with, which is way better than what I have built or ManyChat has built. So I know we have a lot of competitors in this domain. I'm aware of Zorcha in India. I'm aware of Insta DM. There is Super DM. There are a lot of more basically tools that are there. But yeah, you keep going, build something. That's cool. That did you vibe code it? Yes. So this project was a mix of vibe coding plus my own coding, because I did it like 6 months back. At that time, I did not rely a lot on vibe coding. Now I completely vibe code, to be honest. But that time it was not completely vibe coded, but I would say 70% of it is vibe coded for sure. So you can say it's vibe coded, to be honest. And that's why now we are working with further intelligent models like Fable and Opus to fix all the bugs that it possibly have, right? So yeah, that's what we are working. Mashallah, bro, that's so cool. Really cool design. Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot to me. If you are enjoying and liking the work, definitely, I think you once you are working on your product, and you will be able to build the same. The models have become really really good. This is just one of the. I think I built this completely with Gemini 3.1 Pro. So yeah, and now of course there are so many better models that you can work on. Make sure you don't drop your API in the front end. Yes, that is one fear that I have in life. That while I am streaming, one day, maybe if not today, but one day, I have to prepare myself that I leak something. I hope I won't do it, at least with my consciousness, as for as long as I can. But that's a real scare, like to drop any of my sensitive data, be it API keys or any of the environment variables. These FTL gurus, lol. True that, true that. That's a scary feeling. That's why I have two screens to make sure that whenever I'm logging in, changing anything in the code manually, all those things I'm doing on the secondary screen, and primary screen only the vibe coding things work, because then of course I am a little safer. All right. So we have 61 items remaining. While you get the database ready, this. Postgres. Okay. Let me just check one thing, guys, if you don't mind me asking. Share the screen. In the meanwhile, you guys can look at this also going on. I think we have database connected. Can you check? We have the AWS database connected with our app, and using that, you can finish everything that is left. All right. So it's searching for that database. In the meanwhile, let's see what we need to thing that we are working on. I'll just show you guys. Yeah, and we were discussing about this, right? The Quinn release. All right. Yeah, all good. I'm watching you through my second screen though. Yes, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Please stick for as long as you want. If you have any doubts, any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat. I would love to, help you out with anything. And yeah, I look forward to keep building this. You can, be with us for as long as you like. What do you think about Kimi LLM? Oh, that's a good question. So you know how they say some things comes out of syllabus when you're writing an exam? Kimi K3 was exactly that. Kimi K3 is exactly that. Nobody was expecting open source to become this good this quick, right? And out of nowhere, without any, PR, without any marketing or anything, one day they straightforwardly drop dead a model Kimi K3, which is the level of Fable or even better than Fable in front end, better than most of segments in GPT 5.6. And that is mind blowing, right? You were not expecting an open source model that will become so good out of Chinese lab. Everybody was thinking China is like 6 months behind in open in these models and everything. But apparently we were all wrong. They were right there at the doorstep and they did something amazing. Kimi K3 is a wonderful model. But the only issue right now with Kimi K3 is it is not quick enough. It's very, very slow model. It has hardly like 21 tokens per second speed. And that is a real turn off for anyone who is constantly building. Because with that less of, you know, uh, speed, you really cannot kind of work something out. So that is I think, the biggest issue. Rest, Kimi K3s is absolutely amazing. If I'm vibe coding, do you think I should get my prompt from Claude or what? So I get my work done. Especially, I face a lot. I mean, a lot of problems with the UI UX experience. What do you think? Hmm. Okay. So if you are vibe coding, right, your whole company, your whole one thing I would recommend you straightforwardly is use the best model possible if your budget allows. And right now, the best model is Fable 5. Right? Use it as much as possible. It will give you great UI, great UX, great, everything. It will build a great platform. If you think you cannot afford Fable 5 because of its usage as well, which is very, very low, so you have to be very smart with Fable, then you should buy probably at the moment GPT 5.6 because they have plenty of usage available and they are quite close to Fable 5. They are not above or equivalent to Fable 5, but they're very close. And if you are patient, right, if you have a lot of patience while building, then you can also go with Kimi K3 because Kimi K3 is 3 times cheaper, 3 times more usage than Fable 5, a model which is almost equivalent to Fable 5, but it is 3.3 times lower than Fable. So definitely upgrading a model will make a lot of sense for you. But I again would say only if your budget allows. If your budget does not allow, go with whatever free medium you can possibly go with, build with it, make money from it, and then invest it on getting a better model. All right. Yeah. Checking this. Give me a second, guys. I won't run the All right. It's fine. I'm authorizing you to use that database because at the moment, all the active members of the platform are on hold for all this development and bug fixing. So you can go ahead and use our actual database and finish all these. All right. So yeah, that is happening. In the meanwhile, let's discuss this Quen, guys. I'm pretty excited about this. So another open source model is coming out of Chinese A Labs. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just read it again. Another open source model is coming out of Chinese AI labs. It is called Quen 3.8, which is a successor of Quen in the Quen series. It's a massive 2.4 trillion parameter model, just right behind Kimi K3. And it says it is compatible to the leading frontier AI models, second only to Fable 5. So that means it's better than GPT 5.6. It is probably better than Kimi K3. So yeah, we have the max preview on Alibaba's token plan available. So if anybody wants to check it out, go ahead and check it. Let's see how it basically comes out. I hope it's as good as Kimi K3 because that means China has already caught up or is already there parallel to the frontier labs that were there. Are you an AI dev or what? What is your stack/track? Okay. Yes, you can call me a AI developer. You can call me a vibe coder. You can call me a developer in general. By profession, I'm an AI engineer now turned entrepreneur. Uh, my stack as of now completely is around anti-gravity. So I use anti-gravity heavily. All my work that I've done in the last 6 months is on anti-gravity. But with anti-gravity, I don't use Gemini or anything. I use Claude Code extension. This is the Claude Code extension that I use where I have all my sessions and stuff and I keep working on them on different projects. Apart from this, for database, I'm using AWS and Supabase for my different projects. For hosting, I'm primarily using Varcel as of now. So yeah, all in all, this is primarily my database. I'm using OpenAI for a lot of things like ChatGPT and stuff. So I keep dabbling between models and all of that. But primarily, this is my stack as of now. Then, of course, I'm using Next.js. I'm using React. I'm using Postgres. So all of these things. I'm a Flutter dev, and I feel like there is much better tracks. Uh, what do you think I should focus on, like a course or a demi course for AI or what? And what do you think of blockchain? Do you recommend? I'm using Next.js and React too. Okay. What do I think of blockchain? So personally, I have never been too much invested in the blockchain technology. I know for a few use cases it's really great, but I personally feel it's not that. Uh, you know, if you ask me, like it's not transformational, right? Like I think everything around that implementation of blockchain things and all of that requires a lot of things which are not easily available and it's not easy to understand. So I personally don't think I should be the one commenting particularly on that technology. I think all the technologies are great if used in the right way. So if you want to get into it, definitely do your research, learn more on it, and then take a call. But I personally feel right now AI is on the lead, right? Like I think blockchain was quite a hot topic between 2017 to 2022. For good 5 years, everybody was talking about blockchain, Bitcoin, and whatnot. And since 2023, it's all about AI, right? AI. We got LLMs, then we got agentic AI. Now we have multi-agent orchestration, and soon we'll have AGI. So now it's all about AI. So why not, if you possibly can, work on it? But again, if your interest lies with blockchain technology or Flutter or anything, you can actually pursue that too. Now to roadmap to actually learn around AI, that I think you were asking, like, how should I go about AI? I think first you need to definitely find what exactly is your goal with AI. If you just want to learn the basics of AI, right? Like starting from supervised learning, probabilistic approaches, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, machine learning algorithms, KNN, and like I've read them in my time. And there are so many of them, and I think I definitely know about a lot of them if you'll still ask me. And everybody should, whoever is building with it. at least the concepts of it. So if that is your focus, basically, right, that you want to learn those concepts, then yes, a course might help you. A Udemy course, Udacity course, or anywhere might help you, right? But if you want to jump onto the application side of things, right? Like for example, what I am doing currently, which is building with AI. So in that case, you don't really need to learn all these technology, all these terminologies, but it's good to know. That's why, in fact, we have built this also, that we are going to learn together. This is called AI Terminology Encyclopedia that I'm working on. Right now, it has about 61 such terminologies, which are currently hot topics. And we are going to learn all these topics live on stream. We'll create content as well around it, because I also want to know and understand what things are, right? If somebody's talking technical AI to me, I should be the one understanding it, because I'm building in it. So that would be my suggestion. You can start jump onto the building. You can start with anti-gravity, you can start with cloud code, you can start with codex, anything that you possibly can. And you can of course, spend your money upon, and then eventually figure out all these things. I'm an AI automation dev and I'm building my portfolio though. What do you think? Because I'm confused if I'm building a web app for my AI automation system, how I get to make any decision maker to test it. Web app for my AI automation. Cool. So if you are building your AI automation, like a whole SaaS basically, or a web app for your AI automation system, market it. Market it on social media. You can also let us know in the stream chat over here. You cannot post the link, but you can post the name and then we'll search it out. So we can give you feedback if you'd like. And I think that's how you'll grow. Join different communities, ask your friends, ask your colleagues, ask anyone who you have that can possibly give you a feedback on these tools and whatever you are building upon, and then you can get a fair idea whether you're going in the right direction or do you need to change your direction or whatnot. So I think that ideally would be the case, I think, when you need some feedback. And then of course there is social media. Post about something consistently, follow up with people, reach out to some people who you think you really admire or look up to, and then get the feedback in. I think that is the right way to get feedback on any product or any work that you do. All right, moving on. Yeah, we were looking at this, right? What's now real, not simulated? The price engine. Okay. Real capture, click enable camera on device blur. Okay, cool. The WhatsApp is real everywhere. Opens a chat with the right number and pre-filled specific message. Superb. Downloads a genuinely branded PNG. Okay, superb. Uh, all right. Now, what should be our next step towards it? And whatever we have built, do you think we can improve on any feature or any function, or do you think we can add anything more to it to make it feel better, to make it feel more detailed, to make the user feel, get better experience? Let's check the usage also, guys. We are using Fable. I remember we are at 50% and now we are at 54%. So we have already used up 4% of Fable in this much amount of work, which I will say is not that much, but yeah, you can't complain with Fable. That's the point. Yeah, I think we started here. Yeah, we started here. So it's a decent enough work, I would say, but not that much. Like for Opus, I don't think it will even consume 1% of my use, maybe one. So yeah, that's the case. These are the and tell me as does this no, I am authorizing you to use AWS. Can you not figure out a way to use it? It's totally fine with me. Because there I don't have any sensitive data as of now, and the whole and all the customers are on board. So it's okay, and we can actually use it. All right, I'm asking to use it, guys. That I'm doing some database work, so that's why I've moved to the other chat. But that's subscribe plus see you later, Purv, all of. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were here. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And keep building. Let me know if you ever need any help. I'll be there to help you out for sure. So all the very best and keep moving. Interest and we experienced it. Felt quality upgrades to what exists. First, but the quick attach sheet pops after every shot. First opens three sheet. It's open only for single shot. All right, so let's add whatever quality upgrades we can think, both the gaps that we figured out, and also we can add more dashboard widgets, marketing sections, confetti grade animations, and any feature you think that we can possibly build, because that's what we are going to work on. I think let's do all of that and then see what we need to do next. But make sure we are doing it end to end and nothing is incomplete or broken. All right. Also running. Check. Understood. I'll take your word and what's blocking because I can guessing in it. Cloud columns are not my tooling tries to connect it right the harness or it you can you ask permission from me to do that again? Then I'll allow you and then you can move on. All right. So basically, I have these safety features that none of my uh, Cloud code written code can work on my database without explicitly me giving it access. And that's what happens. So basically, now I need to explicitly give it access to my database so that it can work on it. Because as you might have heard, a lot of news that uh, AI or vibe coding has wiped out a lot of databases, wiped out a lot of files, and but my Claude is very much instructed core into its memory that it cannot delete any files, cannot modify my database, cannot delete my database without me explicitly saying it, and even after that it cross checks with. So I think everybody should have that, no matter at what level you are developing, because database, once your data is tampered with or gone, then there is no way to recover it. So make sure you whenever you're vibe coding or using AI to code, you be mindful about these things and do it very, very precisely and accurate. That yeah, cool. Okay. Guys, yesterday I watched Odyssey and I loved it. What a beautiful movie. I don't know how many of you watched it yet, but if you are into movies, it's by Christopher Nolan, the GOAT, of course. And what a beautiful movie. The story, the acting, the whole set, and everything was extraordinary. Like, I absolutely loved it. What a beautiful movie. It's a story from Greek mythology, which happens like what, 3,200 years before, like from now, before. And yeah, it's a crazy good story. The whole cinematics are amazing and whatnot. Like, I was in awe. Like, when I watched the movie, I was like, wow, what a movie they have made. And like, Christopher Nolan is the master of his craft. So you cannot even question it. All right, yeah. So basically, right now, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I'm looking at the screen. Basically, I'm allowing my database to have access, like my cloud to have access to my database to make changes. So it's trying to find a way in the settings where I've changed it to again let it allow. Otherwise, it will have to ask me on every command, every push, every modify. But if I'll give it once and then block it after I'm done. In fact, if any of you is in chat, just remind us to block that thing again once our work is done. Yep, Quen is here, guys. If anyone new in the chat, Quen is about to get launched very, very soon. And in fact, there is no stopping to it. And they are saying they are just second to Fable 5, which itself, according to me, is a huge, huge deal. Like I did not even think that two of the open source model are so close to achieving the frontier intelligence. Like we were all hoping in this month, ChatGPT 5.6 will come and it will destroy everything and whatnot, and this and that and what. And out of syllabus, Kimi K3 came. Now Quinn 2.8 or what? It was 3.8. When 3.8 is coming, so yeah, it's crazy. I think we are living in a wonderful time from the developers' perspective, and yeah, it feels good to be honest, like because with more competition you get more usage, you get better support, you get better I would say customer service. So that's great for us. All right, so yeah, we were just looking at that. Let's see what do we have. Yeah, another DeepSeek V4 is reportedly in testing. It has Opus 4.8 level performance. So apparently DeepSeek out of China is still behind, right? We have these new models that are already there, like Kimi K3 and now Quen, but DeepSeek still seems to be behind. So yeah, I think that's crazy. Right, like it's still they say open 4.8 level, which I think is now not even a good frontier. We have two frontier models, 5.6 GPT and Fable already ahead of it. So I don't think it will make. But again, rumored pricing is like 2 cents, not even 2 cents. This is 0.2 cents per 1 million token. So that is also something that you cannot match. Fable is $10 per 1 million token input and $50 per 1 million output. Winter Night says, second person watching. Yes, thank you, man. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. And even if you are the only one watching it, or you are the 100th person watching this, I'll always appreciate each and every one. Thank you so much for being. Means a lot, genuinely. $20 plan is one of the least competitive plans on the market currently. Not only you don't get Fibble, but your limits are abysmal. True that. I'll say this now, right here. If you have only $20 to spare on AI, do not buy Claude. Buy ChatGPT or buy Kimi K3. Kimi K3 is great, but it is slow. ChatGPT 5.6 is absolutely great for the worth of $20. You get great usage, you get wonderful intelligence, and you get wonderful service and usage limits. So definitely, if you have only $20 to spare on AI, right now go with GPT 5.6 till the time we have either Fable coming in the $20 plan or we have Opus 5 coming in that plan, which will maybe beat GPT 5.6. So that is a very, very clear instruction I would like to give anyone who is just looking to spend $20 on AI. Best apple juice in the country. Save. Tie up. Kimi K3 running inside the Codex app. Oh, somebody just ran Kimi K3 inside the Codex app. I think this is a great idea in general. Like when you try to run these open source model inside either Claude Code or Codex, because then you get the power of harnessing the agents for a lot of different tasks, because Codex as well as Cloud Code is built on great agent orchestrations and great harnessing, while Kimi code and all of that are not good with harnessing. By harnessing, what I mean is, let's say you want to do something with web, you want to do something with plugins or anything. Claude Code and Codex are great agents for, like great tools for that. So that's why if you also have a Kimike subscription, try to run it inside Claude Code or inside Codex. I think both are now somewhere available online. You'll get to know how to run it and do that, because that will give you the right harnessing power, right? So that is something that I would suggest. Warned US Congress, the scaling of open source model is going very dangerous path. Today, keeping it is only what this model can do. I think we're getting close to open source models reaching mythos level capabilities with little to no guardrails. Yes. So I think, yeah, one more thing, right? Like there are still two models that Anthropic has on the top, which is Fable and Mythos. Fable is nothing but Mythos with guardrails, right? But guardrails around cybersecurity, uh, security audits, as well as biology and chemistry. Four things primarily, right? Now we have Kimi K3, an open source model right at the Fable Mythos level capability without any guardrails, like zero guardrails. You can search for anything on it. You can, do cybersecurity tasks. You can research on biology, chemistry, and whatnot. What exactly do you think is going to happen with the next Fable version or next Mythos version? Do you think they will still suppress the guardrails, like they'll still push on the guardrails because they don't want that capability in everybody's hand? Or do you think to match with Kimike and everything, they will lower their guardrails to a huge extent, like there will be only a few things that will be next? So what are your thoughts on? Are you engineer? Mohammed Kafi is asking. Yes, I am an engineer by profession. I am an AI engineer and now turned entrepreneur, of course. So, and we are building multiple tools, multiple things to basically, build them as a SaaS to help different people in different communities and different. We are building around social media. We are building around jewelers. We are building around enterprises and SMB. I hit a hard boundary. I need to hand this to you because generally cannot pass it by design. Permissions, create a file in the repo. Can you not create this file for me? If you need, you can give me a bash command and I'll approve that bash command so you can create it and run it properly after that. I understood it earlier itself. I'm glad that is coming out this way, that I I'm actually giving you the vibe that I'm an engineer, because that's how I like to be known. Because I've been loving engineering my whole life. I have been an engineer for the last, if I include my education, of course, 11 years. If I don't, like working as an engineer for the last 7 years. So I have been absolutely loving every bit of it. And I genuinely love development. So vibe coding or not, vibe coding just made it very easier for me to get back to engineering from entrepreneurship, of course. But be it with it, without it, I will still be probably continuing it regardless in some or the other. Maybe not as good as I am now with vibe coding, but eventually, yes, to figure something out to do. All right. Hmm. Launching and going on open weight soon with a massive 2.8.4 trillion parameters and this. Yeah, we were checking the pricing for Quen 2.8, 3.8, right? What is the pricing? Okay, Quen Cloud. We have three pricings and it is supported with Cloud Code and everyone as well. How do I use token plan individual? After subscription to token plan individual, okay, go to the API keys and all of that. It says we get in a pro plan, which is for $68, right? Is 40,000 credits for 7 days and 12,000 credits for 5 days. That's a little ambiguous, to be honest, because we don't know what this means, right? Because we are not used to this credit work when we are talking about any other frontier model, be it Kimi K3, Fable, or GPT 5.6. So I don't know what and how much these credits actually are, because in Fable I just see my percentage and stuff. But I am guessing it is huge. It should be huge, because if that's not the case, then I feel, you know, it won't be worth launching like Quen. Who will switch to Quen outside China? Nobody will. So the only reason they are doing it, probably they'll have less pricing, which is very less. Of course, $68 is like one third almost of Claude pricing, and they are still getting, Fable level output, like second to Fable and good credits, I guess. So I think that's how they're working. 16x credits of light plan. So if this light plan is currently considered as pro plan of Claude, and this pro plan is basically the max plan. That's a very, very, very generous plan to be, if that is the case. Will be benchmark slop is such a hype statement, not even close to Kimike. Token hungry, not that good as advertised, will test more. Okay. So someone just tested DeepSeek V4, which is SAS Fable 5. Okay, we just read it as SAS Opus 4.8, and this is Quen 3.8. Yeah, I think from the online community, we are getting a mixed reviews. Where am I? Quit and launch Cloud Code for this task with permission prompts bypassed. Then tell me to go. That removes the classifier. This is okay. Create the file in .claude, setting in the repo with this content. Okay, I just need to add this content in this, right? Add. Okay, let's do that. Give me a second, guys, please. Within permission, I need to allow it, right? Run slash hooks. Okay, so I guess we have ran it. Let's try now. Okay, I have added it to the file that you mentioned. Now, can you try doing the work that we are planning to do? Okay, so now I have tried it again. If this works, then that's great, guys. We'll be able to test our model in a much better, our code, sorry. Wow. See this, guys? This is Kimi K3. This looks like I'm in Counter-Strike to an extent. And this is Opus 4.8. There is no match. Front end, I don't think there is a match. Even if we'll put Fable 5 over here, I think they'll look pretty similar, or maybe Kimi K might be slightly better. So yeah. What do you think will happen to jobs in the tech field? Okay, that's a very intense question. What do I think will happen to the jobs in tech field? I personally think the number of jobs will reduce, right? There will never be a time when there will be zero jobs in the tech field, or zero jobs in the tech field, or nobody's working in the tech field and everything will be taken over by AI and stuff. But of course, even if I'll give you example, I have built tools and I have been a solo builder, right? I have built those tools in 1 month, 2 months, probably, right? If I did not have AI, right? That building of those tools itself will take a team of 6 to 8 senior developers and about 3 to 4 months at least to build the tool to that level that I have built with AI. So, definitely, the amount of people that are required to do that task will heavily reduce. So, right now, if a task requires 8 people, which may include right from making presentations to coding to developing to marketing and stuff, it will narrow it down to maybe from 8 to 2 or even one person. So the tasks that were done by whole team can be done by one person. That will be how the transformation will take place in the tech field. And that's how the seven people will lose their job unless they also become equally good and they can be selected as that one person, if not in the same organization, somewhere. So the idea is you need to learn to work with AI. Make your work smarter with AI. That will be your key. And if you can do that in the safest, most intelligent way, then you don't have to worry about your job. But of course, most of the jobs will be affected either by eliminating people, improving people, or something or the other. That is what my thought is when AI is there. Like, because I've been working and building with AI since a long time, and now I can understand why people are a little afraid of AI taking their job, because I can see the capabilities AI have. And even if you will work long enough with these tools and everything, you will yourself say that yes, AI is here to actually take your place. Like, that is very much feasible. I had no idea in iOS development. I had no idea in backend development. I was a machine learning engineer. And now I have full fledged working websites with beautiful UI, beautiful integrations, beautiful APIs, and everything. And like, I don't think I could have ever built it ever in my entire life, even if I have started to learn these technologies one after the other. I would need a people of like five, six people knowing different technologies and working. Right. So I think that is the future of jobs with AI. And no matter you want to accept it or reject it, like for anyone I'm talking on social media, but that is the harsh truth, I think. So sooner or later, we all will have to accept. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so our permission is live. Now we are working on the database. So that's going on. Cool. I'll share it to you guys when this little sensitive work gets over, that what I was doing and what we have finally achieved. In the meanwhile, let's look at other things. Scare Anthropic in one word. Open source. Technically two words, but one word, I think. Open source AI updates. GLM 5.2 almost Opus level. I beg to differ. Almost Sonnet level. Kimi K3 almost Fable level. No. GPT 5.6 level. Quen 2.8 expected to beat Opus. Yes. Opus. Yes. DeepSeek expected to beat Opus. I think not equivalent to Opus. Minimax M3 Pro, no idea. And GLM 5.5, again, no idea. So, yeah, but this is like the coming update, or more or less will soon be reality. Do you think, guys, if you do you think China will ever beat these American Chinese AI labs will beat US AI labs at any point? Or do you think they'll always be a step behind, no matter how small that step is? Right? Even if it's 1920, but do you think at any point China will be 20 and US? Genuinely asking, with whatever is happening and whatever has happened within the last 1 week, like I think everybody's mind boggled. And do you think that is even remotely possible for that to happen? Do let me know what you think. If you ask me personally, I don't think in the like, never say never, but in the next 1 year that does not seem to be, because I'll not say ever, because again, anything is possible ever, right? I don't think anybody even expected Kimi K3 to drop so fast. So I think it's not never, but for the next 1 year, US labs will still prevail on the top, but eventually China will catch up as it understands more importance of training data and everything. Because I think that's where China was primarily lacking, for which they have found out some sort of uh, you know uh, way to get that data, be it from the models itself or something. But now I think they've cracked it. They'll be able to train good models. Sorry, guys. I feel a little sleepy today. I don't know why. Kimi K3 a few days ago, and now potentially Quinn catching up to Fable and Soul. We are entering a new phase in the AI race. Chinese models caught up quickly despite not having the same access to chips the US model. Yeah, yeah. Fable is, by the way, 6 trillion parameter trained parameter model. Quen is 2.4 and Kimi K3 is 2.7. So that is also we should all think of. Like just imagine if they build models, if they have the competition which is trained on 6 trillion parameters, then there is a possibility that Kimi K4 might even beat Fable. And I think now that China see what they can possibly do, they will even be quicker, right? I think, and that is, I think, one what do we call one plus point of China always, right? Is speed. They can build things overnight. They can do stuff so quickly that it can beat any other country on the planet. So I think because Kimi K3 has got such a huge success, especially on their launch, I don't know about long term usage. There is a possibility that the iterations, the successors will come quicker than we imagine or quicker than we think because they are always bullish on speed. And now, if they have cracked the code, they will do anything in their willpower to beat the AI frontier. This is a prediction that you have heard here, and I think it will come true very, very soon. Trust me. And if you think otherwise, please feel free to let me know. All right, let me quickly check also what's going on. This is done. And crown jewel. Yeah, this is also done, guys. So we have headline: the E2E now full chain captures a camera real frame. It queues for review. You confirm the category chip and approve. A name piece 22 carat Jhumka goes live in a catalog tagged yours, priced by the engine. You select it into a new catalog, share it behind a contact gate. Visitor hits the gate, introduce herself. She sees your price, actual photograph with its live price. She appears in your leads, marked new. You revoke the link, and it dies publicly. Cool. So I think the whole process that we wanted to build is built for this. Now we need to see what exactly we need. All right. So now what is the next thing that we need to do to make the user experience better and also the client's experience better who will register on our platform and basically create click these pictures and all of that of their trays and create a catalog. What is their login process and how exactly that will happen? What will be their dashboard look like and all of that? Do we have all these things in this or not? If we have, can you tell me what exactly we need next? So it's gonna research and check. Right now we're using Fable, so let's quickly check the usage also. We are at 54 before we ran that prompt. It only took 1%, guys. So that's good, right? It did all this work in 1% of Fable use. Yeah, even all of this. So that's great. I think it took a lot before because it was loading the context and everything in the memory. That's why even took more usage, but now it only took 1% to do all of this. So now we can be a little, what do we like, a little easy on it, I would say, more or less. And this is the product. If you, this is how it looks. Just for your reference, guys. This is what we are currently building, and this is what we have built. It looks like this. I think in dark mode it looks sick. In light mode also it looks good. It gives me the feel of a jewelry platform, and that's something I think I wanted. So yeah, it looks great according to me, right? Yeah. Yep, it's looking good to me. You tell me L or W in the chat. If anybody is here, give me a L or W, please. But what do you think of this platform? And which mode do you like more, light mode or dark mode? Is there anyone in the chat? Right, this is the dark mode, and let me show light mode as well. And this is the light mode. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any thoughts. Should move all of this. My constant. working on. By the way, this is Kimi's pricing page. Yeah, this is annual, right? You all know. It's $199 only, same, but we have 30 times credit. That's crazy. I think if they'll work on speed, I'll be the first one to buy Kimi. So if Kimi K3 should really work on their speed and try to beat Fable and everyone. In the meanwhile, if you remember, guys, in our last stream, we were discussing an idea, right? Basically, a world where agents will talk to each other and make sales, right? For example, if I want to buy something, anything, right? Like, let's say I want to buy a TV for my home. And then what I'll do is I have my agent, right? Which knows my requirements, which knows my aesthetic, which knows information about me, right? Based on that, what it will do is it will talk to brands itself, not by calling them. It will talk to the agents of each of those brands. For example, Samsung has their own AI agent, support agent, service agent. Um LG has their own agent. And then they will talk to each other. And then, each of those agents will try to impress my agent. And based on the pitch by those agents and also other details, my agent will come back to me with the best offer. This is what I was thinking. Like, is there any existing solution to this? And we can actually check online. And if not, maybe we can think about building something. I personally. All right. Here we'll use Fable for this just to do a little bit better research. So we have so I have this idea where basically I think each human being or each person will have their own AI agent. And similarly, each brand or company will have their own. For example, uh, just give me a second, guys. No, someone is. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, it was something from my building. Attend, but I'm sorry for that. Then continue now. Yes, where were we? All right. Yeah. So we were building this. Yes. Sorry. Let's start with the phone number. Enter the phone number. Onboarding. Three screens. The shop name, city, today's rate. They see the market feed and type what they got. Their adjustments captured automatically. Making charges. Open shop. The morning ledger. Today's rate. This. All right. And hotly do. But WhatsApp button. Camera captures real frames. Review stack turns to priced pieces, catalog builder, contact gated WhatsApp link, viewers introduce themselves, becomes lead. Daily rate card image for status. Okay, cool. Two things that makes this demo rather than serve. Okay, yeah, that's fine as of now. Next because the backend, the front end is now fully outrun. Create a free project so give me the URL. Run the migration dot this. If you want, can you not build the backend without the DB to start with, and then later on we can verify it with the database? All right, so we are checking with it. That's one thing that's going on over here. Let's check what is a yes. Now I can show you guys. The DB batch is closing and I've got 50 real DB migration items. Atomic ledger. Okay, cool. 46 are remaining. Cool. So let's move on. Okay, so let's continue and finish these 46 as well. So now it will finish all the ones now since it has the DB app, right? It is doing testing, checking everything. So that's good. Yeah. In the meanwhile, we were just checking the idea. So I have this idea where basically I think in the future each person will have their AI agent which knows everything about it. So let's say I want to purchase a TV. Now I will just tell my agent find me the best TV. So my AI agent not only just look at reviews and you know harness agents to find the best TV based on my budget and everything. But what will happen is each of the brands will have their sales agent, service agent, and all of these agents themselves. My agent will go and talk to these agents, where their agents will try to impress my agent, give them their benefits and ask further questions, and my agent will reply to them and all of that. And then my agent will come back to me with the best or three options for me, right? And that too will proper ranking stuff based on who impressed it the most and what fits in my budget and all those details. Do you think such an idea exists? And do you think this can be the future and can be a game changer? Tell me genuinely. I don't want you to do a very thorough research, but some research if you can possibly. All right, guys. So that's a huge prompt that we have given. We are transcribing everything, and yeah, the huge. Let's give it. Let's give it to Fable. Gonna research and let us know about that. So that's running. Meanwhile, let's check this also. Yeah. So we have started building backend also. So that's great. But I think I want to keep backend to not Fable. All right. I want to keep it to Opus. So I am thinking about switching to Opus. Do you think whatever we have planned, Opus can do with equal quality as Fable, or should I stick to Fable? I'm gonna ask Fable whether it's a wise option to switch to Opus, and then we'll switch to because I think otherwise Fable will like take away all my credits usage, and I don't want it to do that. I'm at 56%. I have a still 4 days to go. I have a lot of usage today and tomorrow. So I'll use it on other projects instead of just giving it all over here. And I think backend Opus is pretty good. Front end, of course. Debugging, of course. Yeah. A good mount to switch if you want to. Here is my reasoning. All right, let's do that. So we are switching to Opus 1 million context window. All right, and we are giving it max effort. All right, now that we have switched to Opus, you can go ahead and finish everything off. All right, so now we are working with Opus, so that's going good. Over here, we are going strong, and over here as well. So you see three things we are working in parallel, and then let's see what happens. Yes, this idea exists in actually one of the hottest space in tech right now. It's called agentic commerce, and exactly what we are talking is the brand side is being actively built. Protocols are live. OpenAI plus Stripe launched agentic commerce protocol. Google plus Shopify have UCP, and Google's APs to now under the FIDO Alliance handles the payment trust layer, proving your agent has real permission from a real user. Consumer agents interacting with merchant sales agents, including dynamic counter, is exactly what analysts are describing. E-marketer commerce tools, like shopping adoption, is projected to grow from 19 to 46% of consumer by the end of 2026. Hmm. My genuine take on where the real opportunity is not the concept, but the unsolved messy parts. All right. So, guys, we are discussing a huge idea. Brands will try to impress your agent the way they game SEO today. Who audits whether an agent was persuaded or bribed? An agent that's provably loyal to the buyer is a real. The know everything about me layer, personal context may be portable across purchases, still unknown territory. Big players will own agentic TV buying, high stakes, high friction purchases, insurance, B2B procurement, real estate, especially are more. Yes, shift is real, but the winners will likely be whoever solves buyer side loyalty and trust, not whoever builds the first negotiation. Okay, so that's a great insight, guys. So, what it is saying is that basically I should not be working on negotiating agents. Like, let's say my agent is negotiating with brand agents, and I should be working on buyer side loyalty. Like, for example, my agent they should not be able to bribe my agent. I need to have some constraints so that my agents, work in my favor instead of the seller's favor. So there are these things where it says, I should work on, it should know more in depth about me. So if let's say you're saying we should work on buyer side loyalty, and how and what do you think should be built? There are these tools like Obsidian and stuff, which have personal memory context, which knows everything about me, right? Like my second brain and all. In fact, we built it for an enterprise as well. So what do you think uh, my agent or seller's agent should have as features, or where should do you think we should build? Like what kind of features or product do you think we can build? List me a list of features that you think we should work on. All right. So we are actually asking it a live idea, guys. A live idea that what we should do to build in this space, and let's see what it comes. All right. While this is running, let's look at other things as well. All right. Let's finish these 39 as well. Will also run. This is also running. So we have a lot of things running in the parallel. Where at two places we are using Opus, and one place here we are using Fable because we are doing research. All right. Here it says portable buyer profile. Your Obsidian style second brain, but structured for commerce, budget pattern, brand affinities, past purchases, return history, deal breakers, user owned, not platform owned. This is your mode. Okay. The agent discloses every incentive it's exposed to, affiliate links, sponsored placement, and can provoke it. Took none. Think SEBI registered advisor versus commission salesman could be a signal order. Okay. Manipulation detection. Seller agents will run persuasion tactics, fail urgency, decoy pricing. Your agent should flag them. Brand X's agent claim limited stock. I verified 400 units available. Okay, so for this, I have an idea that I want to ask. Is it possible that I can get all my purchase history to a tool like Obsidian to build my purchase brain, also my purchase history from, let's say, Mintra or all these e-commerce sites, and also from Swiggy, Zomato, all these websites that are there. Is it possible to get your purchase history or link in some way that you can get as I order my my agent will get to know what I'm ordering and all of that. And also then my agent will have access to all these platforms. They can go ahead and order whatever am I asking. All right, let's check that, guys. Mhm. Sorry. Because if this is the case, guys, we can actually build this. And what we'll also build along with this is an agent which will surf the web to find the uh, you know different coupon codes and all of that, apply them and get it to me at the best price, and just wait for my final approval. Right? I can build terms like I'll only want something which is has return. I'll also give it pictures so that it can put the things on my picture and see whether I'm looking good or not. So all these detailing we can add to. Possible, but not by official APIs. Indian platform don't expose your purchase history realistic paths. Every Myntra, Swiggy, Zomato, Flipkart order send a confirmation email. A parser watching your inbox give you full history and real captures as your order. Apps like Cred and old trackers work. Okay, superb. You can request your data from each platform. Okay. Account aggregator. India's AA framework gives consistent access to transaction data. You get amount plus merchant. Okay, superb. I think email will be the best place, right? As they reach Indian, possibly ONDC, which is the first API first by design that could let an agent order food retailer without touching Swiggy app at all. Build the read side now, email parser, purchase brain, insight recommendation. Design the right side as pluggable and add it per platform protocols, the right side and okay, cool. So this is the flow that I have in mind. What I want to do is I want to start with let my agent read my email and understand my whole purchase history. Understand what budget I usually spend in which category, what are the terms I kind of keep in mind, what are the reviews for each of those products, and why I bought it if they can figure out. Once they do, they make a brain of it, right? On every different department, one for food, one for tech, one for, etc., etc. And then if let's say now I want to purchase a mic. Now, based on this, I'll just tell you the purpose to my agent. Hey, I need a mic where I need to stream, and this should be our ideal budget. Then the agent will go surf the web, find the best mic with all the possible factors, be it the delivery date, the reviews, the pricing, uh, the usage of the product, every factor it will consider, and then come back to me with the 2 3 option and just suggest me that okay, this is the one you should buy because it also has a return policy and all of. And then if I give it access, it will just go ahead and place the order for me. If I don't, I'll place it manually. So this is the flow that I have in mind, which will build a trustable agent for. And also it will also find the best coupon code or the best to make it the cheapest buy for me for that particular. Okay, so I've explained it the idea. Let's see what it comes up with. I've explained it the whole flow, what I want to build. You see, guys, such a big text we have written. That is the power of speech to text. Even I was unaware of it and I was not using it a week before from now. And now I just cannot think my life without. I can still type quick, I can still type fast, but this has been a real game changer. I can write such big prompts. The flow is solid. It's basically personal CFO for purchases. Purchase brain as foundation is the right sequence. Its defensible part, every feature gets smarter because of human loops. Checkout by default is the right trust. Category wise brains is smart because, yeah, absolutely. Why what is mostly not in your emails. Fix a 10-second capture loop after purchase detected. The agent asks question. Okay, superb. Reviews at research time, not history time. Don't try to reconstruct. Coupon code finding is a commodity. Honey style uh, Cred honey style tools to do it fine is a feature. Superb. The recommendation report is a product movement. Okay. Auto ordering it, defer it. It's high risk, more fragile, lowest incremental value at MVP. Superb. Cool. So this is what exactly we need to do, right? And I think this is a very easy to implement also. And I think we should work on this. Apart from this, what kind of features do you think we should add to this? I was also thinking about impulse buying, that I should stop my user from doing any impulse purchase and all of that. And apart from that, if you can think of any feature possible for this plan, make a list for me. Let's see what it comes. That's the power of AI, right? Like you brainstorm with AI. I think a lot of people don't use AI to brainstorm with them. And I think that's where they are not using AI to its full capacity and capabilities. I always brainstorm with AI. Once I know what I want to do or what I want to build, I just give my whole thought process, the features, how it needs to look, the workflow of it, how the user experience might be, and give it all the details. Once it understands it, it's actually tell me whether it is solid or not, where I should not do, what I should not do, and all those details. And apart from that, it also tells me what where I should like not build in, because that is also very important. Sometimes I overthink things and try to build 10 different things. And then I basically ask, like, if I need to improve this further, what are the different features I can build, what are the different inputs I can give further. So I think that is where it makes a huge difference, I personally, when you brainstorm with AI. So start learning and brainstorming with AI. It will be a game changer for you. Okay, impulse control is a great addition. It strengthens the agent work for you. So cooling off queue, right? Impulse flagged item current 48 hours, re-ask later. Pattern detection, regret score, build guardlay. Okay, this is all pulse. Smart buying, price history truth teller, flag fake discounts, right? Best time to buy predictor, right? Total cost of ownership view, post purchase warranty and window return. Yeah, this is another feature I think we can add to this, which is like whatever I'm buying, it takes all the details around it and save it for me in my app. So I know when the warranty is ending, what is the return window is like, when I should need to renew anything. So all of that. So all my purchases, all the information around it at one place. How easy will it be for me to kind of manage it? Price drop, refund claim, subscription auditor, resale prompter, consumable, shared family brain, superb. Yeah, even I think so. Like for example, there should be a place where I should know whatever I've bought. Let's say a television. When is their warranty ending? What are the things I need to make sure I keep it in warranty? And if I need to renew it, what is the process? Then also, if let's say I have purchased an RO filter, when is the service due? If I have purchased anything else, so I should create those timelines so I understand how long anything lasts instead of making those. Okay. So it will think more, because this was just a thought that I had. So I said, why not check it out? So yeah, this is building. I'll show it to guys once this is done. Parallel, this is also done. All right, let's continue and finish the remaining 31 as well. This is also running. So we have already two agents running, doing two different work on two different projects. And parallelly, we are working on our third idea. How cool is that? Like, this is the power of AI, guys. I have over here a project that I'm building from scratch. The UI is built. Now I'm building the backend using Opus. Over here, I have already built platform for which I'm debugging. I have already debugged and resolved 1400 plus issues, as you can see here. And now I'm building the remaining few that are left. And parallelly, I just got an idea and I'm currently researching. This is how cool working with AI is. I can do three tasks at once because all I have to do is keep an eye on these tasks, make sure they're not diverging, the context is there, and they're doing what I'm asking it. That's all. All right. So, based on everything we have discussed, now make a document which consists of all these features and all these detailing. And if you can think of anything further, add it. And then we will put it in Cloud Code or something to build this. So this is running. And let's check our usage, guys, quickly. We are at 57% with Fable. That's good. All you models is also 48. So we still have 43% of Fable available with us. I think that is great. And these two are already running, but these two are on Opus, so we really can't say we are using. And just to explain you again, this is the tool that we are currently building. This is a new tool, and this is the tool that we are currently debugging. So I'm giving you context as we are going. All right. In the meanwhile, I think let's also post another post on our socials. It's been quite a bit. What time did we post our last post? 6. Sorry, guys. We posted our last reel 5 hours back, and it's so good. Congratulations. Right. Let's post another post, guys. What do we have? So you guys know this is my shots process. This is how I post these shots. My editor has already put things that he has done over here. So I just need to pick one, whichever I have not posted, and basically use it. I think I need to go before of this. Give me a second. But I think I have exhausted whatever he did this week. So I need to find something from the last week. Fun. Where is the last week? My drive. Date mode. Pulse. And 120. I think 12th one can pick. So this is from 12th stream, 12th July stream. Let's see if we have not posted something. 2 hours of planning, zero code on purpose. Use AI to implement, use your brain to figure out. Yeah, let's do. Let's post this guy. Download it quickly. Copy the X post. This is how basically you guys don't know how I do all. Just use nice. All right. While this is uploading, let me also. It's been 2 hours and we are still in planning stage. That's how deep of a planning I've done for my whole platform. Nice. Am I sure I have not? I'm just confused. I think I need to hear it. It's been 2 hours and we are still in planning stage. That's how deep of a planning I've done for my whole platform, my Pulse platform, which is there. And I think you should do it too. They say that vibe coding is bad because it creates a lot of bugs. It is not proper and anybody's doing it. And you are not really knowing what you do. But if you do it in detail, if you keep an eye, if you do. Yeah, cool. This is the right one. And we are going to upload it on YouTube as well. So we are uploading all our content, right? I mean, all the content. So this is how basically I quickly upload these shots. They come out really nice. I'm trying to see if I can automate the editing part of this as well. As of now, I don't automate it. This is done by my editor. That's why it's looking so good. It's manual, but AI is catching up. So I'm constantly trying to figure out if I can possibly do this using AI tools, and then my editor can focus on like long form content. This is 12th, right? So 12th was which stream? Fifth. Yeah, I think so. Cool. So yeah, all our posts are live. I mean, the post is live on all platforms. JLM, Kimi, and now Quinn. Yeah, everybody is so scared, right? So scared. Trust me. To be honest, deep down, nobody wants to, like, nobody would be an overstatement, but a very few people want open source models to catch up to frontier models because they feel cared about privacy and security primarily, right? I think Kimi, regardless of any pricing model you choose, they will train on your data, right? I think that is their policy, and I think that's scary, right? Even if you're doing very basic thing like just knowing that somebody's training their model on my data, though in fact the current training has already been done on my data, but it just feels scary to kind of acknowledge it myself. So I think that's where these open source models might, like, feel a little risky. Like for Claude, I can actually switch off that do not use my data for training. Like that's just an acknowledgement, and that makes me feel a little safer, and makes me feel a little more relaxed. But with these open source models, I cannot acknowledge it, even though maybe Anthropic is also in the back end training on my data still, or something else is happening, I don't even know, and they might have already trained on my data picking from social media and whatnot. But just acknowledging it myself or not give me a huge relief, which I can do with Claude as of now, but with Kimi I can't. So that's another negative point for open source as of now. Like, I am all for open source, but this is something that really bugs me a little. Can you constantly work till you finish all 28 and not tell me after every three items? Telling you, this bug is really pissing me off. Constantly asking me, telling me, I don't need to know. I don't want to know. Let it be. Can we do? All right. Last time we got 4 people from X who watched our live stream. Today we have 0 views. It's sad. I think people come at night. I started streaming in the afternoon today. What should we do, guys? Should we stop the stream here and stream in the evening again? Or should we just keep going for some more time and then I just take the rest of the Sunday chill? I don't know. Suggest me in chat if anybody is here. What should I do? Yeah, in the meanwhile, I think this is prepared. Yeah, and now we can actually use it to give it to Claude Code and anything to kind of build this whole idea into a proper functioning platform. The history, one surprising sign, one forgotten script, 10 minutes monetizing stance. Okay, super. So this is also done. Usage 58%. We are good. Good. Cool. I can close. All right. Let's see what else is. Open stopped meaning cheap this week. Kimi K3 is priced at this. This is still 3.3 times cheaper than Fib. Was shock price 90% below incumbents, forced a repricing panic across the entire stack. Uh, Markdown files are universal and will survive millennia. Unsurprisingly, they are a fantastic data format when the intelligence stack is in flux at this extreme. Formats, protocols, platform libraries, apps, and formats evolve over decades, apps over months, intelligence is evolving every single. True that. Someone made this flow chart where he's saying how any adoption takes place or how any further things evolve particularly. The intelligence is evolving every single day. Every other day we have a new model. Every other day we have a better model, or some or the other improvement in speed or intelligence and what. Apps, again, as the intelligence is improving, apps are also improving. People are building crazy amount of apps. I don't think ever in history we have had so many apps registered on iOS and App Store and Google Play Store. Libraries also are evolving because of this intelligence. We require different libraries to do some stuff, with speed. That is again happening. Platforms, I think they are also evolving at a good speed. Protocols, again, people are making their own protocols with AI, so that they can kind of control how their AI works, and I think that is also evolving. And formats of how machine learns, basically, or how human interacts with the machine, are the things which are evolving at the lowest speed. We are still using MD files, and these MD files are absolutely great once you learn to read it. I think it saves a lot of tokens for you as well, and you can easily start reading them, and your AI model, your LLM, understand those files very easily. So formats again is something that does not evolve in, like, days, months, years. It takes decades to evolve because machine learns still as 0 or 1. Stop buying .app domain for your SaaS. Yeah, because you need to have app dot domain. Oh, um, this is also running. This is also running, and we have posted our Instagram post as well, so that is also done. Now we can move back here. Sai, Kimi, Minimax, DevReels supporting and promoting each other, but you will never see Anthropic promoting OpenAI or the other way around. Open source and AI for all is truly their philosophy, and they are not just in it for free. Yeah, I think this is another thing that I've noticed about the companies from US and companies from China, particularly. Chinese company, no matter what they're doing, and especially if they're in open source, even better, they promote each other. They actually talk about each other models, progress, and everything. While these frontier labs only are trying to beat each other. Like ChatGPT one wants all the users from Claude vice versa, which I think is not the right way to grow together, because I think at some point ChatGPT will be better, at some point Anthropic will. So I think people and companies should really, really think about promoting each other for their own good parts and learn from it and improve in their own. Because at some point they will be ahead in the race. It will be great if the other companies are appreciating. Hello everyone. Hi buddy. Hi Koyuki CODM. Are you a good big CODM player, or is it just in your username? By the way, hi. How are you doing, buddy? And for everyone, we have like two, three people over here. So uh, thank you for being kind. Tell me one thing humans do better than AI. I'm guessing there must be bizarre response. Jealousy, yes. Build a tool which will make humans less jealous. Can you do that? I'll just write it in my note. You also write this personal AI agent marketplace concept. Build a tool that can reset or stop humans from getting jealous. Emotions and feeling will be impulse and angry, sunbathing, gaslighting. Not good response. So this is genuinely a L audience. I'm not talking on my audience. I'm talking on the tweet. The best founders to follow on X. Nice. While AI is fixing your bugs, what are you doing? This one free tool connects 218 apps instantly. So is he talking about Compo?
your AI, even OpenAI's models.
We noticed your banner could some glow up. You know what to do. Uh, why doesn't US have a single AI in use? Hi, buddy. How are you doing? AI in use. Nice username. AI in use. Why have you put this username? Any reason behind this username? Like, what exactly do you mean by this context? All right, this agent is running. I don't know how much what it is. Uh, okay, so we are currently calling site home share public review onboarding for async. All right, so we're building the whole synchronization of the database and different features within the tool. Hi, very hi. And the other one is running currently all the DB tests. We are only left with 28, which I'm super happy about. We had 1800 plus features that we needed to improve, and we are only now left with 28. So that's crazy good. And yeah, that's something that. Apart from that, let's get back here. Why doesn't US have a single good open source? Tell me, guys, why? I think because USA is all about capitalism, which is not bad. I think it is okay. Like if someone can, even you, myself, or anyone can make money using their skills, using their talent, why should they be open sourcing stuff, right? And I think that's the difference between US and China. In China, there is less capitalism, I think, than USA. So, you know, US does not really produce good open source models. All the companies will keep their open source model as well. Like there is OSS by GPT, there is Gamma by Google, but they'll never make their frontier model, open source. In fact, I would like to start a channel, and this is its name. Oh, nice. That's great, man. AI in use. That's a great name. Like I think it gives uh, the idea very quickly that you are doing something like using AI. So I think that's a great name. All the best for your channel, man. I look forward to it. I think yeah, if you'll put great content, you'll find your audience eventually, and all the very best for it. Yeah, Kimi K3 has a serious problem. Yes, that's what I've been talking about, guys, since the last 2 days. The biggest problem why I will not switch to Kimi K3 right now, even after it is absolutely great with usage, with intelligence, as well as the pricing. But the problem is the speed, and the speed is really, really poor. You see, at these speeds, it is borderline unusable for real work. My agent sits idle waiting on it. Moonshot needs to release the weight so other provider can serve this thing properly. The best open model in the world is being throttled by its own infrastructure. Thanks, you're welcome, buddy. All the very best. I've canceled my Anthropic subscription, tried to replicate a research algorithm with nuanced modification for 2 days. I have it evolve, turned on GPT-5, give it the same transcript. It solved my problem. Every single time watching these tweets, someone is switching from one to the other or vice versa. You make your call wisely, guys. Do you want to switch or do you need to switch? These are the two questions that you should answer. Do you want to switch or do you need to switch? Want is something that will never end because you would want to switch every single day as the new model comes. First, we wanted to use ChatGPT, then Opus came out, we switched to Opus. Then from Opus, we went to Fable. From Fable, now we again went back to GPT 5.6. Now GPT 5.6, now we are kind of diverging towards Kimi K3. Now Opus 5 will come again. Might we want to switch it again to Opus? So instead of thinking what do you want to use as a model, think what do you need for your particular. If you're an entrepreneur and know how to code, we are literally swimming in gold right now. Exactly, guys. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm doing. You are swimming in gold. Just work and do the work in the right direction. Do you stop focusing on improving the product and start focusing on getting people buy it? Yeah, that's a good question. Is Sorry guys, is there anyone in the chat who would like to answer this? At what point you stop focusing on improving the product and start focusing on getting people to buy it? Distribution is the biggest challenge now, right? Which we are also trying to solve through content in the. How do you think anybody possibly can solve it? And what is the right point when you stop just building? You of course have to build every single day, no matter when and how, because you will constantly try to improve, fix, whatnot. But when do you think is the right time you stop focusing on building and start focusing on customers or people to try it? Everybody will say MVP. How do you define MVP? I think MVP is very vague and it varies from person to person. I have made a lot of mistakes in this, to be very honest. I myself was a believer that I'll build an product end to end and then only will try to sell it. I think that's a good case with B2B products, but with B2C, that should not be the case. B2B, you want things to be more solid, you want things to be more secure, safe, and of course, your customers also want a complete product to some extent. But in B2C, you should actually start marketing the day you are start building, like in some or the other way. Start talking about the problem, start talking about the solutions that exist, start talking about what's missing in the market, and eventually give them the taste of what you are building and also how it will solve the problem that has been ever existing, or how you are solving the same problem in a better way than the other people. So I think that should be the case, especially in B2C. In B2B, yes, you can be a little bit more, uh, thoughtful about completing or making a solid product. If not with all the features, but whatever your core of your app is, and then think about starting marketing. In the meanwhile, yes, you can build your online presence, build a little bit of distribution through your expertise, and then give people and let people know what you have actually built. I actually want to do some marketing today, but I thought then this is today's Sunday, so we'll do somewhere later. I usually keep writing these things in my whiteboard. For today, I had like redesign work, which is currently going. We have jewelry SaaS that is also going. We had AI concepts and marketing pulse. So AI concepts we are going to look right after this, and pulse marketing I think we'll have to post. Right. Cool. I think till the time we'll not switch off or shut X, we'll not be able to get to the terminology side. So for terminologies, I was thinking I'll create two types of content, one in English and one in English also, because I think that is also where a lot of audience lies. And to grow faster on all these channels, that might be something we should do, because I've seen um, using English, which we are streaming continuously in English only thoroughly, we are not getting the similar kind of response. So why not experiment a little, maybe create something in English, right? And these concepts can be understood by everyone very easily. So maybe we'll try in English also and in English also. Like let me give it a shot. For example, what is token? आज मैं आपको ABC बताऊंगा AI की, which is called tokens, right? जैसे हम लोग ABCDEFGH बोलते हैं, वैसे ही tokens एआई को बताते हैं उन्हें करना क्या है। बेसिकली ये होता है लिटिल चंक्स ऑफ टेक्स्ट जो एआई रीड करता है और आपको उसके लिए चार्ज भी करता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई टेक द वर्ड अनबिलीवेबल, यू हैव अन, वेल, आई, एबल। तो वन वर्ड कैन बी सेवरल टोकन्स, इट ब्रेक्स डाउन। आपने देखा एक ही वर्ड को उसने अलग अलग उसमें तोड़कर चार अलग अलग टोकन। तो दिस इज हाउ व्हाट टोकन इज। ठीक है, और एआई मॉडल को जब भी आप कोई क्वेरी देते हो या कुछ भी करते हो तो टोकन्स रीड करता है। वो कभी भी आपके एक एक वर्ड को, एक एक लेटर को रीड नहीं करेगा। तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल ऑल्सो लेट्स से चैट जीपीटी इज ग्रेट, ये 4 टोकन्स हो गए। 500 ईमेल, जैसे अगर आपने कोई 500 वर्ड्स का ईमेल लिखा, वो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 650 टोकन्स। यहाँ पे 4 टोकन्स आई थिंक कैसे होंगे, चैट एक टोकन हो गया, जीपीटी एक टोकन हो गया, इज एक टोकन हो गया और ग्रेट एक टोकन। तो ऐसे आपके 4 टोकन. A token is not a word. Long or rare words get split into several tokens, which is why cost surprise people. You are not paying per message, you are paying per token. See, it is telling me what to say on the camera. That's how nicely I've written. You are not paying per message, you are paying per token. This is how we'll create content, guys. What do you think? Is this a good way? इससे आप लोगों को शायद समझ भी और इजीली आएगा कि ये कॉन्सेप्ट्स होते क्या है. टोकन तो चलो अब सबको ही पता है, एवरीबडी इज हियरिंग, बट वी हैव सम ग्रेट कॉन्सेप्ट्स, राइट? लाइक मल्टी मॉडल, गार्ड रेल्स, इवैल्स, साइकोफेंसी, जीईओ, सिस्टम प्रॉम्प्ट, क्लिप, पोजिशनल एनकोडिंग. आई थिंक ये ऐसे टर्म्स भी है जो सबको नहीं पता, तो उस जगह पे ये एक्सप्लेनेशन वीडियोस बहुत काम है. और मैं तो सोच रहा हूँ मैं बैठ के अलग से या तो स्ट्रीम करूँ या अलग से बैठ के सिर्फ इन वीडियोस को ही रिकॉर्ड करूँ, और ये वीडियोस फिर वी विल यूज एज आर रील्स, है ना? क्योंकि मतलब वो ईजी हो जाएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हाट वी कैन डू इज फ्रॉम माई ओबीएस आई कैन गो फुल स्क्रीन फॉर दिस, है ना? आई एम नाउ फुल स्क्रीन, check. हाँ. And then I just kind of start talking about each of these terms because I already have a mic in front of me. ठीक है, so सब कुछ हो जाएगा. I'm looking fine. I'll just look into the camera and start talking. What's it? Like, do you think this content will do good? And I can record this content back to back quickly with everything, or I think easy हो जाएगा. Or for a prop ना, I actually have a mic and I can just take my mic in hand like this. So it will be even better. So this is how we'll create content with this. All right, back to our usual work. Cool. So this is something that I'll do parallelly, and I'll create content with all these terminologies, and then maybe I'll share also this whole HTML file so anybody can learn from it. If you guys are interested, definitely let me know in chat. Like if you want this file to learn all these words like training, inference, structure prompt, jailbreak, प्री ट्रेनिंग, फाउंडेशनल मॉडल, ओवरफिटिंग, ये जितने भी टर्म्स होते हैं जो आप हर रोज सुनते हो किसी ना किसी के पोस्ट, और यू आर लिसनिंग टू देम somewhere on social media or in somewhere someone else's, right? So this is the focus that we'll do. Okay, in the meanwhile, let's look at our development. If this gets completed, we'll call off the stream for today, because of course the idea was just to be a little more active, figure things out, and just come here and talk to you guys a little on Sunday and show you there is no holiday for us. Apparently, I don't know how many of you are working today. Maybe on their jobs, on their passion projects, on something else. But yeah, I'm working for sure. So I'm not promoting this culture. Let me be very clear. I'm not promoting you to work on your weekends, on your holidays. That's a very bad habit. I just feel like working. I love this work. That's why I'm doing. I love streaming also. I've just started it. It's the ninth day, but I've been loving it. So I thought, why not? And I think next step we should do after this is definitely record a lot of content around these terminologies and GitHub repository stuff. I think I should do that every single day, because now that I have a setup, I don't need to like change clothes or anything. I just can sit here, quickly do it, and get done with it. Like I think that will be very easy for me, right? So yeah, our AI jewelry SaaS is done. This is still running. This also will check just shortly. I think how many are done. See over here. 24 are left. So 24 we were doing 20. Okay, 28 were remaining. Now 24. Okay. It's slow. That's fine. 49%. I think every stream we use about 10% of my weekly usage easily, right? That much development we are doing at least. That is something that is happening. All right, moving on. Okay, so this is done. Then only non-real piece left is SMS. That's fine. That will do it. The client journey now works across devices for real. When you're ready, drop a super base. All right. So since we have done all of this, a model to them, what is it that is left in the whole platform apart from the database and the SMS part that you have mentioned? Is there any feature, any functionality, any UI UX design improvement that you think we can do, or anything that is left. So it's going to tell us if anything is left, and that should be the thing we are checking. And I think this will keep running. So once it checks this, I think this is where we'll call it off. I've been streaming for what, 2.5 hours? Yeah, less than that. And I think for Sunday it's good. If I'll feel like, maybe I'll come in the evening, but not so sure. But I will definitely be working offline. Because I want to test and deploy Synclify as soon as it's already there, but I want this improved version to go online, and I cannot do it before I finish it off completely because it's in production. So I want to do that after testing everything manually and all of that, which we'll do on stream, off stream. But that is something I want to do as soon as. And this is still running. We have had 1800 plus issues, out of which now we are down to only like 200, last 200. So I'm pretty happy with these terminologies. I feel I'll have to record it offline, and then I'll put it, so it will be more impactful. If you'd like, let me know. We'll discuss in chat also, like for example, context window, how much the AI can keep in mind at once before older stuff falls. So for example, right now, if our mind works in a different way, right? We does not just drop stuff from our mind as we learn new stuff. Sometimes even thing that we learned 20 years back is still in our mind. But AI does not work that way. To bring in the new stuff, it deletes stuff. That is how AI works. Like for example, it has given a big window can hold a whole 300-page book at once. Paste in two books, and the start of the first one quietly drops out of the view. If you, let's say you have a bookshelf, you have placed 100 books, and then now you need two more books to fit, and once you'll fit it, the first two will come. So that's how it works, right? It is not a long-term memory. Close the chat and it is gone. The window only holds what is in front of it right now. The context window is its text, not its diary, right? So it is newest, recent chat, messages, recent chat, and oldest slides off. That's how context window. Hallucination. You might have heard of this word hallucination again and again at a lot of places. That GPT 5.6 is hallucinating. Fable is this much hallucinating. All that, which model is hallucinating the least. Basically, hallucination is a state when AI tells you something false with total confidence. That, let's say, I ask it, when was Michael Jackson born, and it just tells me 2006, right? And with confidence that it knows that he was born in 2000. So that's how. That's where we say AI is hallucinating, and it always happen in long tasks, because then AI starts to forget the context. The AI starts to forget what it is for, right? So yeah, and sometimes it starts to invent people. Like, I'll ask it something and it will just invent a story on itself and tell me. Like, if I'll ask, what happened, give me the best possible case that has ever happened around intellectual property, right? It will just make a case of its own, that XYZ company filed a case on ABC company, and that's how it happened. This is how it happens. It is a student bluffing an exam answer with straight face. The AI is predicting words that sounds right with no sense of true or false. It will still basically uh, tell sensible things. Hallucination doesn't mean it will be gibberish. It will still be sensible output, but it doesn't know whether it is true. So that's what hallucination is. Ask for sources and it can invent authors, titles, and case numbers that looks perfectly real but were never written. So, like for example, AI is giving you some output, right, based on some question that you have asked, and then you ask, okay, tell me what were the sources of this, and we'll just make up those sources. So that is what hallucination is. It is not lying; it is confidently guessing it. It is not lying. Lying needs intent. The AI genuinely has no idea what is wrong, which is what makes it risky. So that's what hallucination. Next is RAG. RAG is also a very common term that I think all of you must have heard. Okay, let's check this. The big one, AI is not real yet. The review card stack heuristic no vision model looks at the photo plugin a real Claude works well for Jhumka. A single highest impact remaining feature. Okay. AI photography is a designed UI shell before and after with no image pipeline behind it. Yeah, this is again real world plumbing, live metal rates. Okay, payments, no error tracking, CI/CD pipeline, capacitor app we don't have, feature from the plan not yet present, team staff accounts, link analytics. Okay, bulk edit in review and plan. UI UX that I already know about the diagonal watermark Herajula on every org's public page. The full design audit from Working Rule 7 has not been run. Hero photography and model presets thumbnail this. Real AI tagging, design audit pass, watermark, Hindi toggle, small det, then DB SMS this. Okay, so let's first work on real AI tagging. Build it end to end. I think for images, we can use the OpenAI Image Gen 2 model, which is the best, or we can also use Gemini model, whichever you prefer for it. Um, then we can work on live metal rates as well, then deployment CI sentry. Then we can work on the UI UX det, like full design audit. But before that, uh, rest of the tasks we'll do on Opus and the design audit we'll do on Fable. Okay, so let's switch back to Opus, guys, because Opus is gonna do these tasks for us. Now we are switched to Opus, so you can finish rest of the. This is running, and over here, how many are done? It will tell me once only, like once it will done all 20. I think that's what I prompted it to. That's gonna. So yeah, guys, this is how I'm gonna create content, and this is what you will help. It will help also, like, what is RAG? Everybody has heard about RAG. RAG gives AI an open book, so it stops making things up, right? Uh, it's basically letting the AI look things up first, then answer from what it found. So, be it your database, be it from its own memory or anywhere, it first looks up things and then answers what. So, that's how RAG works. So, you give any question, it will search your docs, reads them, and then give me the grounded answer, like give me the answer with a source. It is an open book exam. Instead of answering from memory, the AI fetches the relevant page, then writes the answer. A support bot that answers from your company's own policy PDF and can point the exact page instead of guessing from the opponent. Right? So, जो भी आपका database है, your documents you have, you will read those documents, your database, and then will give you the solid answer. That is what RAG is. I think its full form is uh, retrieval augmented generation. Will search, build a context, and retrieval augmented generation. All right, next is mixture of experts. I think this is not a common word that a lot of us have heard, but we have heard of multi agent orchestration, right? Like one model has many specialists and only the right few wakes, right? For example, you're giving a task to a model and it knows to do hundreds of things, but only the right one should wake up. A model split into many specialists when where only a few you need switch. It is a hospital that routes you to the right specialist instead of waking every doctor for a headache. Huge brain, only a slice runs, right? How simple it is to understand. That in a hospital, let's say you have stomach ache, you don't need to go to a surgeon or someone orthopedic doctor or dentist or someone. You'll go to someone who has knowledge of stomach, right? So this is how mixture of expert works. You only switch on the expert that you need for that particular, right? A model can advertise a trillion parameters, yet only fire about 5% of itself for any given prompt. So it stays fast and cheap. As you know, right? I just heard this. There is this repository or a tool using which you can run GLM 5.2 locally, right? And GLM 5.2 is 744 billion parameter model. But at one point, it only switches on 60 billion parameter. So this is what it does. Every model works like this, even Fable. It has 6 trillion parameter. But if I've given it this prompt, like for example, I just gave it this prompt, it will only switch on certain amount of parameters to run it, which have that particular expertise. So yeah, I think this is how we'll learn. I'll create these videos, of course, and I think you guys will enjoy learning from these videos. Regardless of it, I think it was a great productive stream again today, guys. We are currently working on two things. Just to sum it up, we are working on improving our SaaS jewelers. Oh, sorry, improving our Synclify.ai website, which is Instagram management tool, and we are also working on building a jeweler SaaS for jewelers. But so this is what we are going to work on continuously off stream as well. And the idea is to keep doing this as much as possible. Yesterday we didn't do a stream, but today we did. So I'm very happy about that. But regardless of it, as usual, I enjoyed the stream a lot. It was a lot of fun to talk to you all, to, work alongside you guys, answer your questions, whatever you have. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for being here, whoever got chance or time to take out time from their schedule to kind of be here and work with us. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys very, very soon.